Alright. Okay, what the fuck am I going to talk about today? Let's talk about drugs. Drugs. I was recently talking with somebody, and we had a conversation about... Where the fuck's the camera at? Right there. We had a conversation about drugs, and just remember one thing. Okay? When it comes to certain drugs, there are better drugs and better drugs for you, to quote Bill Hicks, other than alcohol. Alcohol is a sanctioned drug like coffee. Coffee's a drug. But to me, when we were having this conversation, he was a little taken back by the fact that I had smoked cannabis. I smoke cannabis from time to time. And he didn't peg me for, he didn't peg me for a pothead. I'm like, well, it's a difference between using a drug and letting the drug use you. But what I think, when it comes to any kind of quote-unquote drug, which I don't consider cannabis a drug, it's an herb. If you talk to any Rastafarian, they'll tell you the same. That, it's your set and setting here. It's your set and setting up here. Okay? You can all day long use whatever you're going to use, but if you're not consciously aware of what you're doing, and you're always looking to get ripped, all right, get lit, some people call it, then to me, and that's just to me, you're not using that substance in the right way. And that's just me. Alcohol is not a substance I use at all. Very, very rarely. And when the time does come every few years, and I do have more than a couple of drinks, they call me Two Beer Bob. They've always called me Two Beer Bob. It didn't take much. I instantly realize and remember why I don't drink it in the first place. But cannabis and any other substance, mushrooms, which is something I've never really had an opportunity to really get involved in yet, but that's coming. Dimethyltryptamine or DMT, ayahuasca, ibogaine, even LSD to some extent. Some LSD. I haven't had an opportunity to really dive into yet. I believe that my next journey is going to take me into some mushrooms, if I can use that properly, and ayahuasca for certain, and ibogaine for certain. LSD probably not. That's just me. I like to lean more towards things that grow from the earth. And I use them as tools. Anytime I'm using a substance like cannabis or anything in the future, it's going to be used as a tool, meaning that my set and setting is right inside here. That's your set and setting. Of course, your surroundings too. I'm not one to go out to parties and do these things. That's not my personality. So there are better drugs and better drugs for you. And alcohol, in my humble opinion, is a detriment to your health. It's poison. Your body's trying to rid it. People have hangovers, or they feel. It takes the human body 3 full weeks, 3 fucking full weeks, to come back to baseline after a night of getting fucked up. And people do this shit every week, or sometimes more than that. I have had people in my life now, I'm 51, but I've had people in my life over the last 10, 15 years who have died from alcohol. And of course, heroin for a few people, which that by itself is, it should be avoided at all costs, in my opinion. Cocaine, not something that I'm a fan of. I tried it when I was 21, did it for about a month, found myself at I think it was 5 a.m., still awake, heart racing, and I had to be at work at 7. I got no sleep. Not something I recommend. So there are better drugs and better drugs for you. I love that quote from Bill Hicks, and it's true. I posted something on my Facebook page that somebody else had created, and it says, "Not all drugs are great. Not all drugs are good. Some of them are great." And you know, he doesn't do it. He didn't do drugs. He goes on to say he doesn't do drugs anymore, but when he did, he had a pretty good fucking time. So the scare tactics that some people use to their kids is really a insult to their intelligence and to yours as well. Do the research. If you're going to do anything, do the research, and then make sure you do it responsibly. That's it. You don't want to be operating heavy machinery under any kind of altered state, but as a tool, a creative tool, or an introspective tool, or something to help you grow as a human being, it's almost a sin not to move in that direction as a sovereign being. So that's my 2 cents on that, and I hope this finds everybody well, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.